undone. We stayed out of the sun. The wealth of
What's up, geeks? This is 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲, you're in Everyday Normal Geek, and welcome back to Not For Broadcast. After a turbulent last broadcast where we saw Jeremy Donaldson holding at gunpoint hostages both Jenny, the floor manager, and Andy, an advanced community cohesion officer, or policeman in simpler real words, the broadcast ended with Jeremy very close to committing suicide, but we never saw that happening. And today I'm here with literally shaking hands and shocked from the last episode to see what the next day holds for Jeremy, for Jenny, and of course for our character Alex after the decisions we took in this horrific incident. Not For Broadcast becomes more intriguing and unpredictable as the story progresses, and to fully enjoy it, take a look at the complete list that it will appear on the right corner right now from the previous playthroughs we had in Everyday Normal Geek, and I would highly recommend you to watch those first if you want to jump out of your chairs the next time someone holds a gun in live television. While we're broadcasting, of course. And of course, a warning for those of you who plan to play this in the future, like spoilers ahead, we're playing the full gameplay here. And before we continue, do you think video games are emerging as a form of art? Do you know what a floppy disk is and what a PS1 looks like? And have you suspected that Jeremy was working for Disrupt? Then you're in the right place. Subscribe and hit the bell button now to join the Geek family, and at the end of this video, if you enjoyed it, smash the like button. Enough with the intro, let's start part 3 in episode 2 in Not For Broadcast. Alright, so now we're loading on the next day after this dramatic broadcast. So it was day 296 when we had this broadcast, and 297, a tape to remember. So let's see, will we learn what is happening now? You wake up still partly in shock from what you saw on the news last night, which this is what happened in reality to me as well. What you had to edit on the news last night? What did I have to edit on my video last night as well? When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room waiting for you. You take a seat on the sofa next to Sam. Sam swallows, hesitating before starting. We were so worried about you last night. After Jeremy, everything that happened. Sam shakes their head. I wonder what they will do with him now. Are you okay? So, I guess he's kinda alive? He didn't die? So he probably didn't kill himself. Lock him up? Probably. Can't say blame him. I can't shake the feeling he might be right. Well, I know that probably they will lock him up, but can't say I blame them. I can't shake the feeling that he might be right. Yes, I feel that he's right. That's why I left stuff uncensored. He is right. I mean, yes, Disrupt is led by Alan James, which kinda it blew off the whole thing of Disrupt, you know, like if Alan James is conspiracy theorist maniac is leading them, but he is right. I mean, Jeremy was very obviously frustrated that they're not showing real news about what is happening in the world. They're just showing whatever stupid stuff, you know. Poop on a disc. Some glances at Charlie, then back to you. We saw that you choose to play that tape. They paused before continuing, and I couldn't help but wonder why. Well, I didn't feel like I had a choice because he was holding a gun, and that's reality. I don't know if it was the right thing to do, but I didn't have a choice, definitely. What? That's not good enough. Disrupt or bad people. I can't believe you did that. Oh my god, that was our son. Charlie's outburst seems to come out of nowhere, and no one in the room is prepared for it. Do you even think about how this stuff affects people? You're a fucking idiot. Sam tries to interject. Charlie. But he's already slammed the door. Charlie always was a bit black and white about this sort of thing, but Charlie is also going to Cohesion Academy or something like that, if you remember from the previous episode, and he was in Go-Getter, so he's probably brainwashed. Maybe that was a bad decision. You see, that's a decision that I took to keep him happy and, you know, comply with what advanced the programs that they have, but somehow it's backfiring now back to me. because now Charlie is just like brainwashed by them. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation and somehow you managed to make the right call. Well, thank you. At least my wife supports me. Sam throws her arms around you. Only you are stuck in the studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did and I'm proud of you. Well, I bet that some people are criticizing, my son included and probably my boss. You've never been so grateful to have some support you. You take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's all a lot to take in. You're not sure you've fully processed what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think about it all. You sigh and absent-mindedly turn on the TV. It's nice you've at least got some company. The TV is playing through some old western show, but it's not quite as distracting as you'd hope. You were never going to please everyone. True. But I just let my son, through my decisions, I just let my son getting brainwashed. Which kind of is coming back to us, to hand us. A holiday update. 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗶, so in-game we're a year after we started, probably. A year after Advance is on power. Just as you are finishing up the breakfast, Sam comes in with the post. Oh, we got a postcard from Susie, our daughter. I hope she's having fun on her trip. Sam reads it aloud as you finish getting ready for work. So I've seen what feels like most of 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲, really cool place, but so cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. This is Charlie. And before you say anything, yes, you were right to make me pack the extra pair of socks. Okay, at least she's happy. Sam gives you a small kick under the table. Next, we got the train to 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲 or something. Much warmer and lots of beaches to enjoy. I could have stayed there forever, but had to head to San Palmarino before it got too cold. And I'm so glad we did. We've probably got 1 or 2 more stops before heading home, but I'll be back in time for Christmas, I promise. Oh, nice. Hope everyone's doing well. Love, Susie. Kisses. Sounds like it's been a hell of a trip. Worth every penny. Well, definitely this is happy and maybe not so much brainwashed as our son, you know. And a bit far from our problems. Okay, so probably we're loading in the broadcast right now. Oh my god, like I'm shaking. I don't know what to expect now, like after what we saw. Who's gonna be in the news? That's crazy. That's really crazy. There we are. The 20-week war. So is our country at war and we're not don't even knowing? Oh, what's that? Whoa.
To hack the channel during the broadcast, so keep an eye on the interference screen and stay out of the orange. Let's keep the news on the air.
Alright. So we have to keep here. Oh, but here seems so updated now. What? We improved. Advanced must be and chasing messages from the government. Okay, let's play this first. The cruise of a lifetime. Bring your friends or make some new ones. Okay, let's put people on the cruise. A few wartime extravagances. Now Remington's face. The daring new fragrance. Okay, let's put fragrance. Let's put no war. Are we in a war? Yeah. Oh, they're wearing black.
There's a crew at Team HQ right now. I think she's giving a speech or something tonight. They'll get it on the late news.
Oh, great. So they get the brains and we get the performing monkey.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes you sound just like him, you know.
How are you?
Oh my god, so Jeremy died probably.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But they all look sad.
10 seconds, everybody.
Oh my god.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Poor Jeremy.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm
Wow, very changed right
the
now.
140th day of war. Our main
So we're at war.
Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land and sea again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade. Advance's strategy of multiple small-scale
Which one?
incursions into the disputed zone is
Let's saw the cruelty of war really. I hate Advance. We were at war 170 days. The war was preparing and the news were broadcasting like bullshit.
Jeremy
was so right.
Only continue to rise. Don't starve. Advance's food program moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were opened in the last remaining
Oh my
unfed
god, people
areas
are
of the
starving.
The rationing depots have been constructed in record time.
Let's hit
and
them
the
hard.
government's
I
agricultural
hate
coordination
Advance.
strategy has seen shelves restocked with increasing regularity. However, with a reported rise in mental and physical health issues since the imposition of the blockade, critics have questioned whether those smaller communities which
And
are
we're
only
still
now
in
starting to
blockade.
receive help could have been better and quicker served. 7 days to die. The recent decision to allow those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared
Oh my
an
God.
overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has
Let's
been met
hit
with
them
relief
hard in
by
the
many
news.
organisations calling
Let's
for it
hit
to be
Advance
opened up
hard.
to the wider community. With dwindling medical supplies leaving many of our most vulnerable facing chronic pain,
I wonder
it
what
can come
those
as no
buttons are
surprise
now.
that the transition centres have found themselves stretched to capacity.
Of course. So
More
now
than 11%
terminally ill
of the
can go also to
population
die,
thus
same
far
like
failed
elders.
to register for a team membership card, a worrying statistic given that the cards are a legal requirement. from
Negative
midnight
news for
tonight.
them.
While applications are still open for those who like to run fashionably late, they can expect a few tricky questions from Advance. Start me up. Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today
Oh my
in
god,
the
he's the
northern
official
city of
spokesman.
Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt
Let's
are
put
still able
large
to
crowds.
capture the public's
I don't believe in Alan
imagination.
James, but
Community cohesion officers found
I don't know.
themselves challenged by the unruly
It's-
mob elements
he's the only
always
hope of this
present at
nation.
Disrupt events, but thankfully managed to keep violent incidents to a minimum. And finally tonight,
okay, that was not positive news for Disrupt.
our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former national nightly news anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Pension Ridge
Oh.
Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still
Okay,
18
let's put
months away,
4.
begin. Since being taken into custody 10 weeks
Okay.
ago in this very studio, little has been heard from our former colleague.
Okay, so
Despite
he
tough
didn't
agendas, we wish
suicide.
him the best, and we'll be sure to bring you all the details of that court case.
Maybe
every
he will
night.
make a comeback with
But first tonight.
Disrupt.
With the war about to enter its 21st week, I'll be chatting with 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 live in an exclusive team talk from his home in Lancashire. Don't go away. You won't
Okay,
want to
here
miss a
are the,
second
like,
of tonight's national
starting title.
news.
Boom. Okay, some interference here, so we have to be careful for orange as well. We have to avoid. I don't know what orange will appear here, but we'll see. So Jeremy is not dead. Jeremy is not dead. Let's hope he will come back with Advance, you know. With Disrupt, sorry. And we were at war for weeks and they were not displaying this.
Later in the programme, I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲, who's
Lil
going to
C.
be treating us to a world premiere of her new single. And then after that, in part 3, we've got something new I promise you won't want to miss.
Oh my god.
Let's check in with Prime Minister 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲.
I don't want to
who's
see new
coming to
stuff
us through the magic of
and
television
surprises
all the
here.
way from his home in Lancashire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister?
Loud and clear, Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Peter
Let's
Clement.
start with the obvious. What's
War is
happening
happening
in Prime
for 20
Minister?
weeks. He's just like,
Cow. But yeah,
oh,
it's true. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning
there is the orange we have to avoid.
Certainly looks that way.
Well,
Peter Clement is just exercising while war is happening. Doesn't
promise is worth
have a
keeping.
doesn't have a care in the world.
only with assholes.
So,
Wow,
I've heard
and
from my
he's just
sources
like
that you
lousy
and the
mouth as
illustrious
always.
Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right. We're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because, like you,
They're
men,
planning
I've always
holidays
been
while
a big
war is
fan of
happening.
those
They're
walking
out of
holidays.
reality.
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, no, that's a good
Exactly.
question. Well, as you know, while the
Hard
blockade
questions from here.
effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned, it just doesn't smell much like team spirit to me. After all, as the old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade.
Yeah, yeah.
Prime Minister,
It would be better to use this, but he's Peter Clement. He wouldn't use the lemonade phrase.
Require some demanding planning. What's your regime and how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my infinitely patient personal trainer. He's a man with a plan. I'm just the prat with a fat.
His country's at war, and this guy's just like all about training.
Well, let me tell you, Megan, back in the 50s, when I
Up.
backstage...
We're losing here. Okay, not like last time. We lost it last time in the beginning. I have to be more careful here.
Well, what you probably didn't know was that 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗲 was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further. I remember he once docked me a whole £5 for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard.
Wow.
What I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than I am now, even under rationing. We all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of people in this country who could afford to lose a little bit of weight.
What are you
Wow.
implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question, if I may.
Very busy.
Oh, well, go on then.
When you get home from a long day,
Wow,
your head
such a
full of the
good
territory's hopes
and
fears,
kind-hearted Prime
what
Minister.
music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind off things?
Well, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for being an old fuddy-duddy, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there's something about Little C that just demands one's attention.
Wow,
Well,
Lil
let's
C.
hope you stay watching, Prime Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
I wonder where's
Oh,
Jesus.
I'll be watching. After all, as
Much better, because you're saying fuck advance, you know. Simple.
Everything's a treat on a boring Friday with nothing but the wind up your shunt.
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
Uh-huh.
Expression still stands.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. Peter Clement, thank you. I don't know about you at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there. I know I feel safer. When we come
Sure.
back, Lil
Peter
C
Clement
going
is
to be
like
doing a
exercising while war is waging.
single and
Okay, so
updating
8, 7,
as her
5
biggest
for
fan.
break.
I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty excited. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Let's see what Advance has to say.
Was
Gripping
that
stuff.
even news?
I think you forgot to ask him what his favourite number is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I must have
exactly.
forgotten that in all the excitement.
They transmit no news.
It's not vodka.
They have
What do you
tried
think's
to
actually
starve
in
us,
that milk?
but as a team,
I reckon it's the tears of his enemies.
You are one disturbed individual.
How I cope.
but as a team, we have offered radical,
Okay,
compassionate
let's see what Advance is saying in their propaganda.
To rob us of power and leave us in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But as a team, we have lit a fire so bright that they will never quench it. We are at war with a brutal foreign enemy.
Ooh.
Against leaders who do not even
You'll
treat
no
their
doubt
own
have spotted the updated mixing disc.
Yeah, I did.
During the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters, and before her song.
Ah.
Go through it when we get there.
Ah, so these are reaction buttons. Haha, nice addition. Nice.
That we encourage and educate our family, friends and neighbours so that they too embrace this new future. Because a team can only succeed
Nice,
when it
not
pulls in
games.
the same direction. And while we certainly wouldn't call dissenting
I've never heard
voices
of her before.
treasonous, we would raise an eyebrow at those who can't find it within themselves to show even a little
Uh-huh.
team spirit.
They're definitely a masquerade dictatorship, you know.
Hang on, Colin, you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7, I think.
Wow.
So join the team.
Is he hitting on her or something?
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first,
Okay.
I'm really excited for
I
our next
am
guest.
so afraid
She
about
rose to
because it's the
prominence
second time that she
as
mentions this.
All My Daughter's Children's Mum, before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album,
What is
smashing the
applause?
chart records at the age
Ah,
of just
there, okay.
20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C.
The staff, excellent work.
May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, Dave. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
Oh,
The
nice.
And
regime?
my manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water, then having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
So she technically bathes
Healthy?
in cabbage soup.
Meg, the leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are. Now,
Yeah.
you'll have to forgive me
No
now.
plastic surgery, definitely her makeup,
So,
right?
I'm sorry if I get a bit starstruck.
Oh, bless you. I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wow.
So your first album album 𝗶𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗲, it hit shelves this
F
summer
my
and it's
face.
exploded. I mean, what's that like for you?
F.
Bonkers, just so weird. I was
Wow,
in all the
nice
papers,
album,
the
nice title.
magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from
F my face together.
little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really. It was just like any other morning. You know,
Oops.
get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course, you're the famed country singer.
Of course, she has to take her cabbage bath. She has to dive into the cabbage soup.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing like nice underwear, you know, for the
Ah.
paparazzi. But as the manager says, best to make the most of it
For the
before I'm
paparazzi, yeah. As like,
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
such a
So I
celebrity.
thought it was about like how pretty and great I am.
Imagine, these are the news in a country at the midst of war.
I think, or about, like,
No wonder
how
why
pretty
everybody's
I'm
frustrated
kind of
in the Channel 1
Your
crew.
manager again.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of those famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing.
How famous, I wonder.
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon, after the last one.
Oh yeah, I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview. See, this is called 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 and it's going to be in all the best high street and retail
Alright, I
shops.
missed it the ways.
Out now, so girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody gets it for you.
Okay.
There she goes. Blimey.
Blimey, indeed.
Projects. They're keeping you very busy, aren't they? It must be tough.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands of girls...
I should try like bathing into cabbage or like vegetables.
You know you don't
Who
have
knows?
to do this, though.
Maybe it will give me some inspiration to be like a rapper as well.
Both nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slapped me around the arse. I think things could have been different. You know, like better. I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Wow. Interesting block.
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I'd sit in front of the radio, and as soon as my favourite girl group would come on, I'd press record on my cassette, but then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practising again.
Sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough. And sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, "Make 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 proud and you might just survive childbirth."
Well,
Okay.
you know, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. You know, it's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work
Talking about the talent, right?
approved.
All right then. Well, you can go. And get ready for that. We'll see
Nobody's
you in a little bit.
singing the pre-planned stuff, right?
It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Oh, so here's 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲 with an exclusive
Okay,
performance
applause.
of her new track, These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
I am a natural, yes, Mr. Bossman.
The queen of teams, here to break in your blockades. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲.
Oh baby, can't you see I'm hungry? There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat you're packing, only you can fill that crack in me. I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy, I got no agenda. Just want the team and me, no dirty foreign member. Don't stop no morning drill, there's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud when you do your country proud. I ain't no vicar's daughter, common skirmish on my border. Quick before
Sounds like a war song to me.
tie me down and pour me like an enemy's action. So come and break my sanctions. I've been this wild and free since Mama burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one.
I'm just trying to synchronize, but I'm failing.
These babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no vicar's daughter, counting skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pull me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and flip me
Wow.
over, grab my hair, rip off my clothes and down from there. I wanna see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
Wow. I hope she doesn't get more naked. Clear sexual messages there by this gun. It's pretty clear the message he wants to pass through. Okay, one is Megan.
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will. I'd like to thank Claudia.
Clear message in that song. Very clear message in the song.
Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally
Okay,
be
break again.
revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're gonna love. We'll be
Okay.
back right after this.
And we're out.
Wow. What was that really? Huh? Perfect.
Can I just say, thank you so much for letting me do this. It really means a lot to me, you know. To be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what? Good luck for the future. Take care of yourself. This industry can be crazy sometimes.
She's crazy enough for the industry thing, so
Father of yours,
she will do
No,
fine.
I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to have that certain perspective on me. You know what it's like.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh right.
And Michael? Michael?
What about Billy Bob Jean Short? Is he?
Oh, my dad. He's such a sweetheart. We both had the same agents, you know, like it just made sense. Both of us for our image.
It doesn't make
together.
sense.
And Michael, I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys. If they say for your pleasure, I'm going to start needing it.
Okay. All right, interesting part.
I need you to use all 4 of the sound effects to help things along. Try
Okay.
to pick the most appropriate one at each given moment.
Well, the
The actors
fact
can't
is,
hear what
Jen,
you're doing,
there
so
weren't
they're
enough
trusting
flowers
you
in
to
my
make the
dressing
right
room.
choices.
All right.
Well, as it said in your
All right, so I guess I would say this is applause. This is like something like booing, you know? This is surprise, like, ooh. And this is probably laughter. I hope I will manage them correctly. It's the first time I'm doing this segment, so we will see. We will see.
right away. 10 seconds.
I'm just so scared of what will happen now that they say this is a new thing in the news.
4, 3.
Oh, again, is this Mr. Algebra again? Oh my god, this
Thanks
guy.
for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now
Yeah.
the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show, we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board. It stars some top talent, and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director, and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys.
Actually, I've dropped it.
All right.
I go by 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 now. How'd you like
Okay.
that?
Yeah, very fancy. I
Jeff
suppose you need a
𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲,
new
he
name now for
changed it.
successful artiste.
Well, exactly.
This is Mr. Algebra.
Pay taxes now.
Oh,
It's shit.
and
Nice.
how does Angela feel about all this?
His wife.
Your wife. your wife.
Ah, he's too famous for Angela.
No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now. We were married last month.
Oh. Oh my god, he left his wife.
Yeah.
Who's Norm the Plume?
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call.
I don't even know.
Offering
Please
me
don't diploma.
25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's
Uh-huh.
voice.
He became a star from an algebra teacher. He really took advantage of advanced programs.
You wring every penny you can get out of this. So I wheeled him down to the transition centre, got out my typewriter and started clacking.
Transition center?
Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
Okay, I failed to change there.
Excellent, you're a natural. Keep it up.
Alright, now I have to put the reactions depending on what is happening. I have to stay focused now.
Morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Alright, I have to find out the jokes.
It's those young louts. They've vandalized my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures.
This trio of
I know
talent.
those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be
Ah, it should have been this. Okay, how could...
closing time.
Okay. Alright. So it has a good one, a neutral one, and the wrong ones.
Productive members of the community. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong
Ooh.
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock.
Uh-huh. Was it correct or no? I don't know. Okay, maybe it's funny. I don't know.
Works like a charm.
Again?
What a lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes, yes. Wow.
Nice.
Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What?
Alright.
This one?
Why applause?
Oh, so you're right.
Okay, correct one, I guess.
Here it is.
Alright.
My granddaughter, Brenda, she says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers?
No? Alright.
Oh, no.
Okay, why? Why incorrect?
He's the coolest guy in the village.
Okay, I don't...
I just got here on my motorbike.
No?
Clear off, Brad. We don't want any of your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin
No?
my resume on that notice board. I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What? Did you say
No?
tutoring?
That's right.
Tutoring?
Maths is very important. Would you mind, Ray? Would you mind, Ray?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so this guy is a fun one usually.
So you, a young person, have been spending your time
Okay.
helping others and not just urinating on churches or huffing glue?
Well, young person's urinating on church.
Puffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you.
That was the wrong
based on
reaction.
How young and cool you are, and not on your actions.
No
Nice.
So it wasn't you who vandalized my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of the chopper?
Wow.
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Nice.
I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray.
No. Okay. That was not funny,
Oh,
probably.
what the heck? Give us a hug.
Oh, what? What's that? Is that an earthquake? My god, this like... this game. What happened now? Is it an earthquake? Is it bombing the capital? Are we okay?
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board, but we are receiving some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
I'm being told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be
Or what?
what appear to be nuclear explosions in 4 major foreign cities. Initial estimates put the death toll into. They put them into millions.
What?
I'm being told we're experiencing some power shortages as a result, so apologies for the interruption.
Oh my
And
god.
apparently we can go live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury any moment. Yes, let's go to that now.
Wow.
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major cities across the continent.
They attacked Europe?
We have
That's the
similar
continent.
devices in 58 other urban centres.
What?
We will not hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met in full and without delay.
Wow. We're just right now...
Our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade. You are to remove it.
We're threatening the entire world.
We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territories will be taken under our control. We will
Oh
install
my
replacement
god.
governments to ensure that your citizens become part of the new.
Wow, we went hard into attack mode.
Your borders are now our borders.
Wow.
Your people are
These
our
people in advance are sick.
They will finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed. But for your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them.
Uh-oh. Again, they will attack rich
Allow
people.
me to be crystal clear.
Okay, be crystal clear.
If you fire a single shot at our territory or harm a single one of our citizens, we will not hesitate to detonate further devices.
Wow. We're... This government is fucking terrorists.
Then no doubt you are already searching for them. Our technology is decades ahead of yours.
How?
We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms by midnight tonight. Thank you.
Wow. What?
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important.
Last time was Jeremy, we thought it was a terrorist. But this government is a terrorist. Uh-oh. He's in another country, probably.
And right now, I can't get his stupid face out of my head.
Probably he's in another city that the bomb was detonated.
And he's currently travelling the continent for work.
Oh.
And I don't continent for work. And I don't
Oh.
know where he is right now.
Oh.
And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news.
And our daughter
you also
is...
have loved ones on the continent.
Yes, our daughter is on a trip.
Or 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 or 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝗀
There she was!
𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago.
Oh my god. Our daughter.
So when I tell
Susie.
you I know how you are feeling tonight, believe me,
Oh.
I do. But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear
Oh my
and
god.
darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn.
No.
We don't know that.
No, Megan. No, Megan. That's
Together we will
shit.
find out, and I will be here every night, feeling what you are feeling. And with your help, maybe we can all get to that brave new world.
Oh my god.
My name's Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better. Let's make tomorrow.
And we're out.
What the heck?
We'll find him.
Do we know exactly
Oh,
what
let's see.
Megan.
Uh-oh.
We will find him.
Time's undone. We stayed out of the sun. The wealth of
An absolutely crazy ending to episode 2. We are left in the biggest cliffhanger possible. Where is Jeremy? Is Megan's brother alive? Is Alex's daughter alive? How the war will end for our country? And what will be the consequences of advance's horrific act of terrorism in foreign soil detonating nuclear bombs? These questions will hopefully find their answer when episode 3 releases. That was a heck of a ride in all 3 parts of episode 2, and I can definitely see my character's choices coming back to haunt him as the episode 2 was finishing. I never thought I would broadcast a live hostage situation in my life, but I can bravely say now that I will mark this I will just tick this out of my achievements list. If you stayed till the end of this video and if you followed through the entire series of Not For Broadcast in my channel so far, thank you, friend. You are a true geek. We got some heart attack moments, especially during the last 2 parts, but I just hope you enjoyed it the same as I did. And if you didn't, press the like button, join and support the Geek family by hitting the subscribe button in order to be able to support my efforts and allow me to produce even more content in the future, together with the bell button in order to be able to stay tuned with my uploads and learn what happens to all of our favorite characters when the episode 3 releases at some point in the near future. I was shocked for second video in a row, 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝗲 left in a cliffhanger waiting for episode 3 of Not For Broadcast, and you were in Everyday Normal Geek, hopefully shocked as me, and I will see you next time. Bye.
The revolution starts tonight, Alex. And we need your help.
We're so proud to be here today on this, the 500-day anniversary of the...
It's time to choose. Alex, whose side are you on?
After all, doesn't your family deserve a good, nutritious meal in these difficult times?
But before we go, one final thought.
The best is yet to come. Jeremy's back. Jeremy's back.